Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. This is Drieli, and today I will be showing you my 2020 flip through journals. This is not even half of them. I just can hold them all. I pretty much destroy half of my journals now just trying to take the thumbnail picture, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you're new here, you might not know that, but I actually follow the traveler's notebook system, which means that I have a leather cover. That's where I keep my journal when I'm actually using the insert, and for every single month I utilize one of those inserts. So I pop those into my leather cover, and I use it throughout the month, and once I'm done with the monthly insert, then I remove it, storage away, and then I pop in another one and I start all over. So for every single month of 2020 I have one of those babies here, and I'll be showing you guys today. So one last thing I just want to let you know, especially if you're new here and you're not familiar with my system, I do have an entire video explaining how I set up my traveler's notebook. I'll link it above here on the screen so you can check it out later. But pretty much the first few pages of this insert, it's going to contain pages that related to my planner, and then the remaining pages are going to be for my daily journal. So yes, daily I journal every single day, so every 2 pages of this journal, it's gonna be dedicated for one single day of the month. So we have a lot to go through, so let's go ahead and get started. So here are all the 12 of them. So you're gonna notice here that throughout the months as the year progressed, I definitely changed my style, and you're gonna notice here the last few months is much bulkier than the beginning of the year. The first few months I was still a very beginner for traveler's notebook, so still trying to figure out my style of journaling. And you know, I didn't use a lot of different ephemera like stickers and different papers. I was very minimal with my journaling style, so I was using a lot of magazine cutouts and you know, lots of washi tapes and different papers, but very simple compared to as you progress throughout the year. You're gonna notice that I really changed my style, and I started to add a lot of different you know, types of ephemeras. So to make things easier, let me go ahead and put them aside, and I'll bring one by one and I'll show you how do they look like. So let's do that. Alright, so here is January. So as you can see, not thick at all, very slim. The cover page was very simple, very minimal. I was using a lot of browns. I always like to indicate in the front cover what month and year that insert it is for. So here's January 2020. So as I flip over, the first page that you see is my monthly goal. Now this is very similar to every single insert. I kept the same style throughout the year. Then the next page, it is my monthly calendar. I like to use this monthly calendar just to keep track of birthdays, holidays, events, and things like that. And then the next few pages here, you're gonna see that those are my weekly logs. On those weekly logs, I kept track of my daily goals, and those are something that was going to help me achieve my monthly goal. As you can see here, very simple. I was not adding any type of decoration specifically. It was very minimal. Now the next few pages, you're gonna see that here it's when I start my daily journal. So for every 2 full pages, it's going to be dedicated for a day of the month, and it goes up to the end of the insert when I end the month. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to not talk too much and just flip over. If I have to mention something about this day that I think it was a special, we'll pop in and talk to you guys. But that way we can make this flip through go quicker, because there's a lot to go through. So let's do that. So he was January 1st. We went to this hotel called the Weatherford Hotel. They have this event called the Great Pine Cone Drop, and I drew this pine cone here. This is where we spend the New Year's. January 2nd, 3rd, I got a card, so I put it in here. This day I finished reading The 4-Hour Work Week. Great book. So this is what it's gonna look like if I have a lot of personal writing and I don't want to show. So this is how it's gonna look like. I'm just gonna cover with some notes. I was studying a lot this month, so you're gonna see that a lot of my layouts are referring to that. This day we went, we have friends over, so we went to Dark Sky Brewing Company and also to the Weatherford Hotel. That's how it looks like, the front of the hotel. This day we went to Phoenix, went to IKEA, Restoration Hardware Outlet. We went to Toasted Hour with a couple of friends. It's a breakfast place here in Flag. It's not that good, but it's so hyped. I don't know why. I was doing a lot of horizontal layouts for some reason, not sure why. And here's the last day, the 31st. I cover, and I kind of like, there's a lot of writing in here and a lot of pictures that I wanted to keep it private. So I just folded, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but I just folded and I use this twine to keep everything together and you know, hidden here. But yeah, and this concludes the January insert. So let's go ahead and go to February. All right, so here's February. Again, it's still super simple, but I was playing with some twine and you know, some different things that I was finding. Again, it's still super slim. But yeah, I had to cover this monthly goal here because it was very personal. Monthly calendar. Weekly logs. Okay, so this was February 1st. We went skiing. So I just popped in this that we got it. I think we got this when we got our passes. So as you can see here, using a lot of magazine cutouts. I used to love using magazine. I still do. It's such a great alternative, especially if you don't have a lot of ephemera, like, you know, stickers or washies. This was a gift. Our friend sent us a succulent plant for like a housewarming gift type of thing, and we got it in November, but I kept her note, and they came visit us for the first time to see our new house, so I thought it was appropriate to put it here. We went to this place called Tourist Home, all day cafe. Amazing place for breakfast in Flagstaff. If you're ever in Flagstaff, definitely go check that place out. This was Valentine's Day. I had to cover most of my writing here because, again, it was very personal. I was really into the horizontal layouts for some reason. This day we went to Phoenix, so we went to a couple of different places that were my favorite restaurants. Pane Bianco, Fogo de Chão is a Brazilian steakhouse, and Lux Coffee Bar. Love those. So here the 21st, I had to put a paper clip in and actually cover completely the page for the 21st, and I'm really sorry, but this one I couldn't cover to the point that you couldn't tell what happened, so I had to just, you know, clip in. So I'm really sorry you won't be able to see that one. It's very, very personal. This is when I actually got my pictures taken so I could get my passport. This is my passport picture. And here, as you can see, is the first time that I mentioned about coronavirus pandemic. This is when we start hearing things on the news a lot about it. So I mentioned something here. You're gonna notice that the next month, March, it is all about coronavirus, COVID-19. This was my husband's birthday. He was actually my boyfriend at the time. I took a Polaroid. I think I have some writing. Yeah, the continuation of writing here. And then the last two layouts, I also put a paper clip here. I'm really sorry you won't be able to see the 28 and the 29 because, again, it was very personal. It had a lot of pictures and things like that, to the point that even if I try to cover, you still will kind of have an idea of what happened. So I just decided to just cover all together. So this concludes February. All right, so let's go ahead and go to March. All right, so here's March. Again, another very slim insert, nothing crazy. Super simple cover. I was still using a lot of browns and papers. I had to cover this monthly goal again for privacy. Then you have your monthly calendar, weekly logs. Okay, March 1st. This day we went to Sunset Crater for a hike with a couple of friends, so I just printed in an image that I found it online. Beautiful place in Flag. It's a dormant volcano. This is when we got the news that the president from Brazil, Bolsonaro, was actually had a visit Trump, and there's news that apparently he had a COVID, so it was a big deal in the news about the fact that he might have given Trump COVID. It was crazy, so I had to mention that in my journal. This was actually the day that President Trump actually declared state of emergency for the US due to COVID. So I, of course, had to mention this. It's interesting to go back and see exactly the time frame when things happened, because I like to always, you know, mention things that are happening as well, not only on my personal life, but in the world, things that are impacting our lives. This was St. Patrick's Day. We went skiing. This is when we started hearing more news about California, Washington, New York. They are getting really bad hit with coronavirus, so I mentioned that in here. So as you can see here, it's gonna, this month it's gonna be really heavily influenced by COVID-19. This was the 17th. This is when the Flagstaff mayor actually declared a state of emergency for the city of Flagstaff. So I printed out the official declaration of emergency just to keep it. Because of that, because of the declaration of state of emergency, the ski resort and decided to close down for the season. So this was the last day of ski for the season. So I just, you know, glued down here my e-ski pass for the year, for the season. We are hearing a lot about social distancing with the whole declaration, you know, with people not being able to go to restaurants anymore and things like that. And this is my writing for the day. First day of spring, so I did it like a layout welcoming spring. This is when we started the lockdowns. This is when I actually received my passport in the mail. I had got my passport because we were supposed to go to Poland to my husband's cousin wedding. And well, it just so happened that COVID hit and we ended up never traveling to Poland, which is very unfortunate, but we missed her wedding. This is when I finished reading The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware. Highly, highly, highly recommend this book. It's such an interesting read. So good. This concludes March. Let's go ahead and go to April. Alright, so here's April. Very fun cover, very simple again. I just did a cutout of a magazine with some flowers to symbolize spring. I really like how this turned out. It's still very slim, nothing crazy. I covered this one too for privacy. As you can see, it's all the same layout with the monthly log and then weekly logs. This is when we went to the forest for a walk. We are doing a lot of walks at the time, you know, due to COVID. So I picked up some plants on the way. I baked a cake, so I took a picture. I was learning a lot about astral projection here, so that's why I put this cut out. We went to Phoenix this day, so we went to Lux, so they always have those postcards, so I took one of them. I was doing a lot of journaling, you know, with the lockdowns. Lots of time. So I was journaling a lot. Oops, did I skip one page? I did. As you can see here, I was journaling much more, and was a lot of very personal things, so I'm sorry a lot of those things are covered. This was the day I had a really dark dream. It was not only a dark dream, I had an experience with, what do you call? Out-of-body experience. Crazy times. Alright, this is a goodbye to April. Crazy month. Now, some of you might have seen this one here. This is when I actually started my YouTube channel. So, the flower is much bigger and there's much more things going on here. It's just, you know, with time it ended up breaking up. But this is when I started my YouTube channel. So, a lot of the layouts here, you probably saw it, so you're gonna see that here's when I start playing more with different ephemeras and things like that, so start getting a little bit more fun. It's still quite slim, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. My goal, my monthly calendar, my weekly logs. I start adding a little bit more of stamping. This one I really went to town with this. And I think I have a flip through for this one, so you guys might have seen this, so I'm gonna try to go quick. This is when we had it In-N-Out. We went to Phoenix, so I picked up a plant there and we ate at In-N-Out. I also bought it some stuff at Michael's. And they celebrate Cinco de Mayo, so I did a whole layout here. I think this is when I got in the mail my traveler's notebook cover letter, because I was still in the beginning of the year trying to figure out which, you know, journal I was going with. So I already had to start journaling on the style of the traveler's notebook. I just hadn't decided which cover I was going with. I tried a couple of different covers and I end up, you know, going with the traveler's notebook. I baked a cake this day. Oh, this is when we watch What We Do in the Shadows. We start watching the show. So funny. This is when we got our bees. This was this was Mother's Day. Went to this place, the pizza patio, so I took some pictures. This is when my friend Shelby was here to spend the weekend with us. We went to Josephine's, the modern American bistro here in Flag. Amazing place. I think I was recording a lot, prepping for my YouTube channel. Yes, because on Wednesday of the 20th, that's when I actually uploaded my very first video on YouTube, which was my Traveler's Notebook unboxing. So this is actually the thumbnail. That's so fun. It's my second video. We grabbed some pizza for Tallis. This was my third video. Memorial Day. As you can see here, I started buying more ephemeras. I was obsessed with Tim Holtz. I still am. I love his stuff. So I was buying more and more stuff. This is when we got in the news about George Floyd. I have some stuff in here. One of it, it's my pen pal's address, so I can, you know, show. So I have like the picture of my video that I posted, the stats for my YouTube channel, and things like that. Alright, 10 hours later. I started really getting into those tip pens, which I love it. Oh, this is when our friends were over and we were playing a game, and I kept the score. This was the 31st. This is actually when Governor Ducey declared a state of emergency for the rioting imposition of curfew. So I printed the official declaration, and there's 2 pages here. I print them out, I folded, and I put it in here. Also about the news here. So we are required to do a curfew starting at 8 p.m. because of the riots. Crazy times that we lived in, huh? Alright, this ends May. Let's go to June. Alright, so the next one's June. So as you can see here, start getting a little bit thicker. Much more decorated. So here's the cover. I love going back and seeing the progression. It's just so fun. How my style changed. A lot of those things are actually in my channel. You can see the, the plan with me videos, or the journal with me videos, where I show how I decorate those pages. I love this page so much. So here, there's a lot of riots, so I'll talk a bit about it. I started to get into paper dolls. Oh, sorry, my camera just stopped recording out of nowhere. This is when I hit 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Oh, exciting. I had a lot of like personal stuff, so I kept in this envelope here. We are in town this day. It was a beautiful day, so we went to the nursery and we're in downtown. This is when we got our new chickens. Oh my god, they look so young here. Now we have 20 chickens. At this point we just had got it 4 more, so we had a total of 10. Now we have 20, we doubled. This is when we went to Eat and Run. I used to love grab, I still do, grab stuff, whatever marketing material they had in the restaurant, so I could, you know, stick in my journal to indicate that we went there. This was a third proclamation of emergency in Flagstaff. I don't quite remember what this one was about it, but I put it in here. Also, this is when we got the, you know, the official wedding invitation and a note from my husband's cousin. I love those layouts where there's so much going on, like there's so many different aspects. Summer. So much fun going back to those pages. Like I haven't seen those pages since. Oh, here's when I hit 200 subscribers on my YouTube channel. How fun. 25th, yeah. This was from one of my pen pals. And here was just a last page that I had an extra, so I just put in here some of the packagings that I got in the mail from my pen pals. And that concludes June, so let's go to July. Alright, so here's July. This is probably, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite inserts for the entire year. I just love the botanicals. It's one of my favorite themes. And this whole insert, it's full of botanicals, so I'm super happy with how this turned out. I decorated also the back, as you can see here, so back and front. So let's take a look at it. So this is my goal. I didn't hit on the month, but I put it here that I reached right on August 1st. So it's still valid. My monthly calendar. The weekly logs. As you can see, it definitely gets really busy. This is July 1st. Second. The 3rd. Oh, this is when I got the package from Skyler. 4th of July. We had a small gathering with a few friends. So here's some of the pictures. 25th. This is when I got a package from Cafe Analog in the mail. This is when we are watching the show Maniac. This is when we went to the lake. I forgot which. Lake Mary. Yeah. And I got my chair. Let's skip one. This is when I got in the mail the letter from one of my pen pals from the Netherlands. This was from another pen pal. I have her letter right here inside. This was my mom's birthday, and also we went to Kaibat Lake. Got some personal things in here. This is when I got a letter from my pen pal from Spain. It's when we had sushi. Oh yeah, and I tried sake for the first time. And this concludes July. All right, let's go to August. All right, so here's August. So here's when things start really getting really bulky and chunky. Look how thick she is. And I actually used this limited edition that was gifted to me by one of my pen pals. So this insert, the entire insert is in this aqua blue color, which is so pretty. And I use this for August because August is my birthday month. So I dedicated this insert for this month. So let's take a look at this. And as you can see here, the back, it's also decorated. I try to maintain a cohesive theme with the cover because the cover, this was a celebration, limited time edition insert that Travelers Factory released for their 8th anniversary, and was this theme, the octopus garden. And I want, of course, to not cover that, so I tried to decorate in a way that would not, cover it. This is my monthly goal, my calendar, my weekly logs. As you can see, it's very different because of the paper color is just so unique. Okay, this was August 1st. I hit 400 subscribers in this day. So crazy to see. We went to Lake Mary again this day on the 2nd. On the 3rd, I got this package in the mail from Cafe Analog, so I put it here. This was my sister's birthday. Got this card in the mail from my association. They sent me. For my birthday. This is when I got the Your Creative Studio subscription box. I think this was my first box from Your Creative Studio. This is when I started subscribing to their boxes. I have some my entry here, and this was a letter that I got in the mail from one of my pen pals. Oops. This is when we went to Walnut Canyon. So I just put it in here, the pamphlet that they give, some pictures that we took. This is a card that I got in the mail from one of my pen pals. I'll just cover the writing. This was another card that I got in the mail from another of my pen pals. Just wishing me a happy birthday. That's what I put the writing here. I had to cover some of it, but this is when we had some friends over. We were at this field. It was just so pretty. I actually have a vlog for this day. I don't know how this insert hold together, and I dropped this insert when I was doing taking my thumbnail picture. But it held up pretty well together, which is awesome. This is when Sunny, one of our chickens, laid her first egg, and it was this beautiful pastel blue, or pastel green, yeah. This was marked our 6-year anniversary together. Me and my husband. Was not my husband yet at that point, was still my boyfriend. This is when I got another package in the mail from one of my pen pals. I put my entry here. It was like personal. When my boyfriend, now husband, gave me some flowers that he picked up on the backyard. And his was our wedding ceremony. We didn't get to have a party or anything, or official ceremony, because, you know, COVID. A lot of our family could not participate, so we decided to stay low-key with this. And I put the writing here for the day, but I cover for personal reasons. Oh, I need to glue this. I think I left it this way because I was thinking about printing, you know, regular pictures, so I didn't care too much about being really stuck to the page. But these are some of the pictures of the day. I really like how this layout turned out. This was my birthday party. My birthday is on the 30th, but we celebrated on the 29th, on the Saturday. So I did this whole flip with all the pictures with a few of our friends that came over to celebrate with us. And this was actually the napkin from the party. And on this side here, on this other side, I just included some of our, you know, the birthday cards that I got it from my friends. Put it in here. But yeah. And this was my official birthday. I got this card in the mail from one of my pen pals. I stuck it in here. And that concludes. I just had some final thoughts about the month. It was a very good month for me. And yeah. Alright, let's go to the next. This is September. She's thick too. Look. Oh my goodness. I love this one as well. The vintagey floral style. Alright, let's open her up. This is my goal for the month. Oh, I love this one, this monthly calendar. My weekly logs. Oops. It's so crazy to see the progression. Okay, this is September 1st. 2nd, lots of writing, personal. 3rd, we went to Texas Roadhouse. It was my first time going to Texas Roadhouse. I have my writing here, so it was really personal, so I kept it underneath it here. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was when all of our quails got killed by this skunk. It was a really sad day for us. Had sushi. My entry is right here. So I had my entry right here inside of this envelope. This one I got another letter in the mail from one of my pen pals from Spain. The autumn layout. I'm worried about the candle here. If I flip it, and it's kind of a hazard, isn't it? So this was a letter that I got in the mail from one of my pen pals. I'm not gonna open for privacy reasons. I put my journal entry there. This was another packaging I received in the mail from one of you guys, so I just put it in here. Your card from Sue. This was another package that I got in the mail as well. When I went to Hobby Lobby, they finally opened a Hobby Lobby here in Flagstaff, so I was so excited. 27. I really tried to hide this entry for some reason. This one I got a beautiful card in the mail from Skylar. This is the next, yeah. This was the first presidential debate. And that's it. This concludes September, right? Yep. Yep. All right, let's go to October. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the longest video ever. So here's my October. Very fall and Thanksgiving related. So here's how thick she is. So let's take a look at it. So again, first page gold, then monthly calendar. And then we have the weekly logs. First day. This is a package that I got it from one of my pen pals. I hit 700 subscribers here. I went to Phoenix to get my nails done, and I went to Penny Bianco. This is when I tried the monochrome layouts with the red here on the 15th and the yellow on the 16th. And I got some stuff in the mail from some of you guys, so I stick here the envelope. Same thing here. We're watching Akira, the movie. I hit 800 subscribers this day. Halloween. I took a Polaroid of me and my husband wearing some onesies. We are wearing chicken onesies. And that concludes October. All right, let's go to November. All right, so this is November. Very pretty, lots of things going on here. I decorated a little bit of the back. This is how thick she is. Let's open her up. So here's the monthly goal, monthly calendar, weekly logs. So this is our 1-year anniversary living Flagstaff. This is voting day. I put my journal entry in here. This one I got in the mail, some packaging from one of my pen pals. This was from another pen pal as well. Veterans Day. I hit 900 subscribers this day. When I got in the mail some letter from one of my pen pals. Got her letter in here. Oops. When I got my Apple TV. It's another letter that I got in the mail from one of my pen pals. So I stuck it in here. This one I got a package in the mail from one of you guys. From Cat of Paper. This is her letter. Thanksgiving. This one I got another package in the mail. Natasha just sent me this subscription box from Art Atelier. Was her favorite box, so she wanted me to try. It was so sweet of her to send that. Alright, this is just a reflection for the month. And that's it. Let's go to December, the last month. Alright, so here's December, the last month of the year. Can't believe it, finally. So here's how it looks like. I kind of like tried to do it kind of like a Christmas present. They hold up together quite well. I don't know. A little bit bulky. Alright, let's take a look at this one. You guys haven't seen this one yet, so I'm excited to show you. So this is my goal for the month. I tried this month to do a reading log, but I didn't really use it because I was so busy. I didn't have time to read at all. My December calendar. My weekly logs. December 1st. Put my entry here. Oh yeah, this is when I went skiing and I got my first ski accident. It was pretty bad, like, yeah, my lip, I cut my lip and everything. Thank God I didn't break anything. When I made my first cheesecake, I put a paper clip in here because there's a lot of personal, you know, writing in here. This is when I hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I was so excited. I still can't believe it that there's so many people wanting to follow my channel. This is when I find out that I was going to be an aunt. My sister's pregnant. And then, yeah, this is when I got into an accident. Fun stuff about winter. I had a lot of personal writing, so I just put inside of this envelope right here. This is when I posted a giveaway video for 1,000 subscribers. The 24th. I really like how this layout turned out. It's one of my favorite layouts. This and the 25th. Christmas. So here I made a pocket And I included in here all of the cards that we got it in the mail from our friends and family. At least the ones that I could fit in here, of course. But as you can see, I didn't shy away from magazines. I still use a lot of magazines. Still to this day, I really like it. This is when we went to Crumble Cookies. Oh, I really like how this turned out. It's the last day of the month. I put a quote here: as we look to the new year, hold on to what is good, let go of what is bad. It really is that simple. Mindy Hale. And I put my entry for the month inside of this little envelope here. I really like how this turned out with all of the washi. And the last page, I decided to create this fun page here with important things that happened this year. And I just, you know, listed everything that it happened this year. And yeah, that concludes December and that concludes 2020. Oh my goodness, we made it. Wow, the longest video ever. Hopefully you guys were able to watch through the end. If you did, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy seeing all of the layouts for the entire year. I had a lot of fun not only recording this video but looking back into all of my journals for 2020 and seeing my entire year in a glimpse. It's very interesting when you daily journal that you get to actually, you know, see how your year went by. And yeah, it's really interesting. It taught me a lot, journaling every single day. There's definitely a lot of things, you know, that made me think or rethink about the way that I journal. And I will talk with you guys more about that in the future. But again, if you stick this far in this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite insert for the entire year. I'm curious to see, and if you have a favorite layout, let me know in the comments as well. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Friday for my next video, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye for now.